This video is for those people that say that I have too many videos and can't keep up with 2-3 minute videos a week. This is the top restaurants between videos 100 and 200. Alright, let's get into this quick. I'm going to spice in some footage so it's not too boring. This is going to be in the order of that I discovered them in. Number 1 is going to be Spice 72. This is the restaurant that Daniel's mom told me to go to. She ate there and it was good apparently. I didn't believe her, but not until after I ate there. It's pretty far. It's like in the heart of South Surrey near Krispy Kreme Donuts. I think that's Delta. Anyways, yeah, it's far down there, but it's really good. It's worth the trip. You probably have to get a reservation. When I went, I got the Malai chicken tikka, which is like, normally Malai chicken tikka is like chicken that you put in like a cashew ground up like sauce, and then you cook it in the tandoori oven, and then, or the tandoor. And then it sort of becomes dry and you eat it with like whatever. However, they do it differently. They do it with like a sauce. And then they add in like some giant thick cut vegetables, like the ones you get in a fajita, so like peppers and onions and tomatoes. It tastes really good. So I made Daniel and Shrina go again with me for Daniel's birthday. And we got some more stuff like the Lassie 72 and some mango chicken and more chicken vindaloo. And they liked it, so that's definitely one of my new favorites. I'll definitely go there when I can. All right, up next is Ramen Danbo. This is Sharina's favorite ramen place, so we decided to check it out. It is pretty good. It's one of those places on Robson Street with the line. You know, a lot of the ramen places on that place have a huge line, but Ramen Danbo is unique because they allow you to change like every aspect of the ramen. You can have thick or thin noodles. You can ask how soft or hard you want them, how much fat you want in your broth. I like getting the chashumen. It's like 6 pieces of pork and 1 ramen, which is a little excessive, but I like my meat. And it's really tender meat in the broth. It always warms you up, and it's really good. Next one is Pizzeria Farina. I went here with Daniel. I got the carbonara pizza. It was really good. I liked how it was really fresh tasting. The pizza is not cheap. Let's get that out of the way first. It's expensive, but it's really good pizza. Daniel got the mushroom one. It's definitely like a nice place to take a date because if she likes pizza, if she doesn't, then don't take her, obviously, or him. And you can also take the pizza next door to the bar. They don't mind. Right, the Acorn is one of those places on Main Street where you can't get a reservation. It's a very small place. You have to line up. They open at like 5 or whenever. And it's one of the best considered vegetarian places in the city, and I have to agree with that. I went with Maria. She's no longer living in Vancouver, but she's vegetarian, and we went here and we both enjoyed it. I'm not even vegetarian, but I love my meal. I got like a deep fried halloumi, but it's beer battered though, so it's like having a gigantic mozzarella stick on a hash brown, was it, and smashed peas. Oh, so good. She got like a rich, awesome carrot taste. Carrot was like the theme of hers, but it was like a gnocchi pasta. Really good. Very homey tasting with garlic knots. So it's crunchy and it had like little bits of deep fried carrot. Oh, so good. The next spot is Appetit Cafe. It is a small Vietnamese restaurant on Main Street as well. It's basically a sort of like neighborhood hidden gem, cash only type restaurant. You go there. If you go there in the morning for lunch, maybe up till about 2 p.m., you can get a banh mi sandwich. They run out of bread really quickly, however. They have one of the best banh mi's in the city, I think. It was recommended to me by a blog. And you can't get it at nighttime, though. When I went with Sharina, we got the beef stew on rice, which is one of the best dishes they have. There's such tender beef, so simple. We also got the vermicelli, which was kind of like, you know, your average vermicelli. Spring roll's the same. I went again on my own and tried the chicken curry vermicelli. They told me it wasn't spicy, and they were wrong. It was very spicy, and I couldn't finish it, so I ate all the chicken and half the noodles and left. I would go again, though, for the beef stew, and maybe, yeah, just for the beef stew. You know, it's So simple, so good though. One is Honey's Donuts, all the way in Deep Cove. I went there after having brunch with Shireen and Daniel. They've both been to Deep Cove before, but they've never had the donuts. So we all decided to get some. They do have that big reputation for a reason. Even Kate Winslet likes the donuts. I do too. They're so good. They're so big. You don't even have to eat a whole one. You can have a half one. So when you buy 6, you're basically having 12. I like the chocolate and the maple dipped ones. If you find yourself going for a hike, you can absolutely wreck your hike and all of the exercise you did by having a donut from Honey's. All right, the next one is Uma Luma dairy-free gelato. Well, even though it doesn't have any dairy, all of the ice cream or gelato is made with almond milk and cashew milk, so it still retains that creaminess, and they're not skimpy with the portions. If you want the best value, go with 2 scoops. I got the Mahalo milk chocolate and like a caramel one or something. It was really good. You get a lot of ice cream for the money. It's busy at night. It's only open at night. It's really good though. Even if you're not a person who is allergic to milk, it's still good. I mean, it's in Chinatown. There's good places to eat in Chinatown. I have that for dessert. It's really good. Last one is Hai Genki Japanese Restaurant. It's another sort of hidden restaurant because there's no sign. Actually, a lot of people don't know about this place. It is a small little eatery sort of cafeteria restaurant inside of an old folks home. So at lunchtime between 11 to 3 and 6 to like 8, I think, you can go in there and get yourself some tasty and affordable, large portioned, home-style Japanese food. So they have a really big menu. You can get anything from a bento box to tempura on rice. You can get a hamburger steak. You can get curry. You can get katsus, udons, all sorts of things. I like to get the karaage bowl. The karaage bowl is really good. You get a lot of chicken. I also came back and got some tempura, but it wasn't amazing. The pumpkin was really good, and so was the... There was a really good tempura. I got the assorted. The shrimp had too much batter. The pumpkin was really good. And I forget the other one. Anyways, there was a yam one and a potato or something. They weren't good. Red pepper one wasn't good. But anyways, the tempura is good sometimes. It's really, go there and eat. It's so good. I mean, if you don't mind taking someone to a place where it looks very homey and there's a lot of decorations, and it's all about the food though. Go for the food. You're gonna like put fruit in it and do the same thing. So your ice cream will be infused with like the papaya, the blueberry, the blackberry. So last but not least, Thomas Haas. I know that the almond croissant is really good, but you need to get it. It'll change the way you look at croissants. I mean, you pretty much will never want a normal croissant after having their almond croissant because it's like on another level, really. Also, the cakes are pretty good. I've had some decent cakes. I've had some ones that are meh. But I definitely would go here, and I definitely would try to convince my future fiance to forego a wedding cake and just have almond croissants at our wedding. There you have it, top 10 restaurants between videos 100 and 200. If you're too lazy to watch every video, this video will just sort of pinpoint all my favorites from the last batch and go eat.